You know what, this movie was kind of really different. I feel like all the other movies, you just saw the superheroes of every team. You saw the leaders, the big actions that they make, and like the big consequences, but you never really see like the ground level of these big actions. While in this movie, it kind of makes it seem maybe more real. You get to see more of like, the infantry, the privates, the captains. You see the people who aren't all-powerful force users. You see the people that in their everyday lives are fighting and struggling and doing what they can. So you see all the small contributions. It's not all about the big, powerful force-using, lightsaber dueling heroes of each team. We only see the Force a couple times in the film. I think Rogue One was made to feel like the video game's Battlefront. Maybe they took notice how a lot of people that were playing Battlefront, they weren't really necessarily big Star Wars fans, but they really liked the battle parts of Star Wars. Because if you play the game's Battlefront, it's not really centered around the heroes. The heroes are like a perk, a special part, like a side thing within it. The main thing is the soldiers. It's the grunts. It's the grunts of both sides fighting, and you see more of that. You seeing ordinary people do what they can to fight. It's showing because someone rose to power, now there's all these small things happening in the universe, and we get to see these small things and like how the universe is changing and how people feel about this new rise of power, how they feel about how they're being affected and how their day-to-day lives are affected because of the events of episode 3. Changes that are made to everyday people, not just the superheroes of each side, like Vader and Luke. We definitely get more of a look at the inner workings of both sides, all the way at the bottom instead of all the way at the top. We see conflicts within each army that we've never seen before. I think Rogue One did fill a lot of plot holes of the original trilogy. I got to see a different perspective in this universe that I've been following and I really like. So that's what I like about Rogue One. These movies that Disney are putting out, I feel, are kind of completing the story more and adding more value to films that they now own. It's like if you bought a house that's already made and you kind of go back and fix it up even though the house was made good, but you just want to add more value to it. And I'm not saying I don't like it, I think it's very smart. I think it's a part of Disney's grand plan. This film fills plot holes as well as it brings in new fans. I had people in my life that didn't like Star Wars. Oh, I've never really watched Star Wars, but this one looks interesting. And this one's about the soldiers, right? I want to go see this one. Because, maybe people were put off by big mystical characters like Darth Vader and General Grievous, and all those characters are too mysterious to them. And I feel like this was a Star Wars movie for people that just weren't into that. It's about the soldiers, it's about those people, the non-mystical people of Star Wars. This movie is more for people who are into war films, and this is a great way to get people that are just into war films into Star Wars. People at Disney probably thought, hey, there's people that are strictly interested in the battles, let's, maybe capitalize on that. And a lot of people have made that comment, they're not really interested in characters like Darth Vader or Luke. They just really like the battles. And so this movie will bring in a lot of fans, and I think it's a very smart move on Disney. And there's a lot of people that after they'll watch that, they'll want to watch the original trilogy because where it ends and it gets you going. It's more violent, too. It's probably the most violent Star Wars there is. In all of their Star Wars movies, all kills are kind of off-screen. Well, this one, no, you're seeing the nitty-gritty, you're seeing the explosions, you're seeing people being dismembered. There's only one other PG-13 movie, and that's Revenge of the Sith. When I saw Vader enter the screen for the first time, it's like everyone's hearts in the theaters just kind of slowed down. Theaters are silent normally, but it was just like, I don't know, the room got more silent when Vader came on screen, and it was just like... And everything in this movie I thought was so just pretty. Funny, the guy next to me seemed to really like callbacks to the old characters in the original trilogy. It was kind of cool, like this middle-aged guy next to me with his kid. He's like, yeah, that was in the original. Those are from the original. Yeah, whatever, this is cool. Everyone's having fun. They're having fun. Even if you've not seen any Star Wars films before this, I would recommend to go see this. You could go see this first and then watch the rest. It'd probably give you a way different perspective and different feelings towards different characters. But, it's cool. It's cool seeing old characters in, the new movies. I love where the film ended. I was really happy, and I'm looking forward to all the Star Wars movies. And, I haven't really caught up and watched a lot of Rebels, but I will. And, you know what? You guys have a good day. Make sure you subscribe, and may the Force be with you. Anyways, have a good day.